Welcome back. So we've got lots and lots of news flow to go over and some earnings as well. So let's straight away get to the CNBC-TV18 list of top stocks to watch this morning. Can we see? I think everybody is here. So our team is standing by with, of course, the major ones for today. And Sudarshan, of course, has been looking at lots of those auto sales numbers. So Sudarshan, what's the report card for October looking like?
So October sales for all the auto companies are largely better than estimates. If you talk about the two-wheeler wholesale volumes are up 17% year-on-year, and for passenger vehicles, it's up 2%. And if you talk specifically about the festive season for two-wheelers, retail growth was at 12% and passenger vehicles at 8%. That is largely better than estimates that all the brokerages were factoring. Now talking specifically about companies for M&M, both auto segment and tractor segment have done well. And auto segment was largely led by SUVs, and for tractor, good monsoon has helped company to boost retail sales. For auto, total sales were up 20%. For tractor, total tractor sales have increased by almost 30%. For Eicher Motors, it has reported highest ever monthly sales for Royal Enfield, which has come at 1.10 lakh units and up 31% year-on-year. And company says all its new and existing motorcycles have continued to perform well, and with upcoming launches, company will be able to sustain the current growth momentum. For Hero Motor, again, highest ever monthly sales. It has reported total sales of 6.79 lakh units against our expectations of 6.30 lakh units. And also on Dhanteras, company has recorded growth that are in double digits. Last is Tata Motors. If you talk specifically about the Tata Motors on standalone basis, we were expecting sales to decline on YY, but sales were flat. And for JLR, company says Land Rover US retail sales were up 25%, and for Jaguar, US sales were up 4%. So overall, for the month of October, total sales were largely better than estimates, but two-wheelers have outperformed four-wheelers.
Okay, all right. Thanks a lot for that, Sudarshan. Well, let's hop across to Upasana. Zen Tech came out with the numbers. The stock has seen a big run, but those numbers look quite good, Upasana.
Totally, Nigel. Now, revenue EBITDA PAT beats street estimates, and companies on track to meet its FY25 guidance on the back of strong execution. Now, coming to numbers of the company, revenue stood at 242 crore, which was up nearly about 2.7 times. EBITDA stood at 79 crore. Up almost about 2.6 times, and EBITDA margins took a dip of 110 basis points at 32.8%. This is mainly due to lower gross margins. Now, PAT for the company stood at 65 crore, which was up 2.8 times. Now, looking at company's FY25 guidance, mind you that the company has given a revenue guidance of 900 crores, and as of H1 FY25, the company's revenue stands at 495 crore. And FY25 EBITDA margin guidance the company is given, that is around 35%. So all in all, good set of numbers coming in from Zen Tech in its Q2 FY25.
All right, Upasana, thank you very much for that. So keep an eye out on that one as we open up for trade today. But Sun Pharma should also be in focus on the back of some not particularly great news for the company. Vinny is here with details. Vinny, good morning.
Good morning. Not such great news coming in for Sun Pharma. Now, what has happened is that over the weekend, the District Court of New Jersey has actually given a preliminary injunction for Sun Pharma. This was against Insight, which had filed against Sun Pharma for this drug. This drug is called Lexelvi, and this is mainly used for the treatment of alopecia. Now, Sun Pharma had received a US FDA approval for the launch in July 2024, and then this issue that started between Insight Corporation as well as Sun Pharma. And now there's not a favorable decision for Sun Pharma because their launch will be delayed because of this injunction that has come in. So obviously they will be appealing to the courts, but we'll have to wait out for a positive decision coming in on this front, because when you look at Nomura, they had factored in the earnings for this drug around $10 million in FY25, around $80 million in terms of revenue from this drug in FY26, and $150 million in FY27. So there will be some bit of an earnings impact that they are expecting on Sun Pharma, 0.4% impact in FY25 and around 3.1% impact in FY26. Nomura continues to maintain their neutral rating target price of 1,850, but this is surely a negative news coming in for Sun Pharma. Delay in terms of a launch where they were expecting good revenues over the next few years from this drug is a red for the stock.
Okay, Vinny, all right, got it. So Sun Pharma, not such great news this Monday morning. Thank you for that. Let's go across to Vamakshi. She's watching for Asad Engineering and Premier Energies. Vamakshi, morning. What's the news?
Well, good morning, Surbhi. Asad Engineering is expected to open higher because the company has signed a long-term contract as well as price agreement with Mitsubishi Heavy Industries Limited. They will be supplying highly engineered and complex rotating and stationary airfoils for advanced gas and thermal power turbine engines. And under the current phase of this contract, it is valued at $82.89 million, or roughly around 700 crores. So it's a big contract coming, for Asad, and given that I'm going with the green for this counter. But apart from that, keep an eye out on Premier Energies as well. Subsidiaries of the company have received multiple orders from 2 large independent power producer customers, and these orders in total aggregate to 560 crores, which includes 513 for their solar modules and nearly 47 crores for their solar cells. The supply for the same is expected to commence from December of this year onwards. So overall, it bodes well for the company. So going with the green for Premier Energies as well.
Indeed, the solar modules and cell companies, they've been winning orders and looking quite strong. Waaree Engineering as well, Energies, that one ended at the high point of the day, even on the Mohra trading session. Well, let's get to a couple of stocks that I'm tracking. MOIL, they have revised their prices lower for different grades, but that's more or less on expected lines. So we'll see whether the stock reacts, because we already have an international benchmark. So that's one stock. The other one is NMDC. Out there, actually, the production and sales numbers are looking good, particularly for the month of October. So the offtake has improved dramatically by close to around 17%. Year to date, still it's as flat as can be. Till the past month, actually, it was a degrowth, but post the good performance in October, well, there is a flattish number that we're seeing, which is good news. The stock could react positively in trade today as well.
Okay, so MOIL and NMDC also make it to our list. With that, actually, let's recap all the stocks that you should keep on your radar today. The ones that have positive news flow around them are some of the auto names like M&M, Eicher Motors, Hero Moto, Tata Motors. Then there is Zen Tech, Asad Engineering, and Premier Energies on some of the auto wins. NMDC as well on the better October performance. Stocks with negative news flow are Sun Pharma and MOIL. So more green than red today. Okay, let's go across to Manisha now and get a roundup of all the commodity cues that we are getting. Manisha, morning. What a heavy week, right? So many triggers from the Fed meet to the US election. What's the overall sense you're getting?
Well, absolutely. With all of these events happening, it's the gold prices which seem to have firmed up yet again as the week has begun. The US dollar decline has been another added factor. So, well, yes, US presidential elections, US Fed rate decisions, but it's not just the US who's headed for a Fed rate decision. It also is about UK, Australia, Brazil, Poland, and a few other countries which also have monetary policy meetings this week. So the week promises to be quite eventful there. But the best of gains really have come in for the crude oil prices right now, with OPEC and allies deciding to delay output hike yet again is something that really seems to be supportive. Well, it was earlier also delayed by 3 months and now done by 1 month is what we understand. 180,000 barrels per day of an increase, which was expected to start from 1st of December, will now happen from January, is what the OPEC and allies have said. So that really seems to be supporting the markets. Well, there also are statements that the China National People Congress meeting that is slated to happen between November 4th to 8th could announce $10 trillion of a stimulus, and that seems to be supporting base metal prices also. So overall, most of the commodities have opened Asia on a firm footing today.
All right, Manisha, thank you very much for that. So there's a lot of printing expected, a lot of fiscal stimulus expected, and gold is the beneficiary. Gold and precious metals are the beneficiary, of course, trading at an all-time high. We'll take a quick commercial break here. Prakash Devan will join in with some stock-specific ideas when we return on the other side. Stay with us.